Hey guys, how you doing? It's your girl, Dr. Trina. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, I'm on here with a quick update of my weight loss surgery, sleeve surgery. I just wanted to give you guys a little information about how things have been going. So I have a bunch of people, contacting me. I put some pictures in some of the groups that I'm in, and literally people were like, "How are you doing? It looks so great. What are you doing?" And they just were asking me questions. So I said, "What better time to come and give you an update?" It's been about 4 months, and I think the last time I put something out for you guys, I was about 3 months post-op, and so I've lost about 50 something pounds. It's kind of hard for me because I started at 339 and then I gained some weight and then I lost weight and then I had the surgery starting at 336, but then I gained weight because I had some complications that if you followed me, you kind of know what was going on. I kind of got a blood clot and had some deficiencies and they were pumping me full of fluids and supplements. And so I gained about 15 pounds. And so at that point, I've come down and I'm now 296. So that's why when people ask me, I'm just so confused because it's like I was 339 and then I was 336 and then I was 354 and what number should I start at? But anywho, I would say it's about 50 something pounds. I feel great. It's one of the best decisions that I have made. I'm very thankful. One of the regrets that I have is that I did not do it earlier. And so I wanted to come on here and hopefully answer some questions, maybe motivate, inspire somebody to recognize that this is a tool that really can help you. Some of the great things that have happened with outside of losing about 50 something pounds is that I've been off of my blood pressure medicine. I haven't taken that since the day before surgery, and my blood pressure is fine. I went off my PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome medicine, literally probably more like I want to say a year before I got the surgery. But if you know anything about that, it kind of keeps you storing fat and you can't lose weight. And so that was my main reason for getting the weight loss surgery because literally I recognized that it was going to be a challenge and I needed to get 2 knee replacements. And so in order for me to get this surgery, I had to lose about 50 something pounds. So I'm at my weight. I'm good for the surgery, but that was the reason for doing the weight loss surgery. And I waited for a long time because I didn't really feel like, I didn't have any other health challenges as far as contributed from my weight. And so, I knew that I had lost weight in the past and it was like an up and down roller coaster with my PCOS. And so I kept saying I was going to do it on my own because I guess the fear of so many people doing the weight loss surgery and losing a lot of weight. And so it was never my goal to be very thin or be skinny. And so I was concerned about that. But once you start having major health issues, I couldn't really walk. I was bedridden. And so being mobile was more important. So being a certain weight, being thick, having curves took a backseat to my health and being able to be mobile. And so decided to make that decision October 5th, 2020 is when I had the surgery. So it was a great opportunity for me to lose some weight. And so I'm coming on here because throughout this process, one of the things that I've learned is that you have to be prepared. People may say, that's the easy way out. It really isn't because it takes a whole lot of discipline. You have to be prepared. You have to have a routine. You have to have a schedule to be able to follow through. It's not anything that you can't do, but it is a new lifestyle that you're going to be taking part of and recognizing that, hey, this is a new way of life. And so I'm going to have to decide that I have to do things differently. For me, I wasn't the type of person that always wanted to eat a whole lot of food. I was the opposite. I could go all day without eating, which is very bad. But in doing so, my body would sometimes think, oh, she's starving me. So when she gets something, I'm going to hold on to it because I don't know when the next time I'm going to eat. And it wasn't that I was doing it on purpose or had an eating disorder. I just wasn't hungry. And so that was one of the things that kind of helped me when I did get the surgery, because I'm not hungry. And so I have to now make sure that I eat. And one of the four things that I wanted to tell people that I recognize that has caused me to have some success is that I make sure I get my water intake in. So I drink at least 64 ounces of water. Here's one of my cups. I have a whole bunch of 32-ounce cups and stuff like that. And I just drink all day. So you're going to see me drinking. In the beginning, I could barely get sips down. Now, I can drink like 8 sips in a row. I'm not going to do this for the video because I want to kind of try to, do it nice and, ladylike or whatever. But I drink my water. So I get at least 64 ounces of water in every day. I make sure that I do 60 to 80 grams of protein every day. And so if I can't get it through my food, I literally am taking a protein bar or doing a protein shake. And so what it means is that I must eat all my meat and protein first. And they say it's important because if you try to go to your vegetables or something else, you might not have room for the protein that you need. So I start with my protein and I'll eat some vegetables. For me, I'm just not doing stuff with a lot of starch in it. On Thanksgiving and on Christmas, I try to take like 2 bites of cornbread and my stomach just totally shut down. Like, oh, that's enough. I could barely get anything else in. So with knowing that, I decided because of PCOS, I was going to kind of not do as many carbs. I was going to wait till I got to a certain weight before I did that. And so water, protein, and then making sure I take all of my vitamins. You have a regimen of vitamins that you must take. I was taking a lot of those vitamins prior to surgery, so it's not really a change for me. And so I continue to take the vitamins on a daily basis, so that's not a challenge for me. The last thing is making sure that I hit my calorie goals. And so at 4 months, I am between 700, no more than 800 calories at this point. And so I try to make sure I stay in that range between 600 to 800 calories. And so a lot of times where the problems come in is if you fall underneath your calorie amount or you go above it. And so I try to stay in that routine. And one of the things I learned is that because I wasn't eating a lot, I always thought, oh, if I eat healthy, my husband and I were on the go. So I wasn't eating fast food, but I would go to restaurants. And so I would like, oh, I'll order, big chicken and I'll have vegetables and, I'll eat certain things that I would consider healthy. But when I started this process, I had to count my calories. And so you're looking at the menus and you're finding out how many calories certain foods have at different restaurants. And so I have an app called Fitness Pal, and there's plenty of apps out there, but it'll tell you put in the name of the restaurant, Outback, and you put in, whatever dish you want to put in, and it'll give you the calorie count, how much sugar, how much fat, and different things that are in that particular dish. And I didn't realize how many calories were in things that I would consider healthy. And so I'm thinking, oh, I'm not eating a lot, but it's literally giving me a lot of calories because, maybe it's the sauce they use, maybe it's the gravy they use, maybe it was the, seasoning that they use, but you don't realize how many calories are in food. And so that's one of the things that I learned and has been helping me because a lot of those foods have sugar in it and things that cause inflammation in your body. And so once I decided that, hey, these things are no longer in my system, my body doesn't want them, doesn't need them, I started having less inflammation, causing arthritis in my knees. And so I feel so much better in that aspect. People say, do you feel better as far as the weight loss? I will say, of course, common sense will tell you if you lose 50 something pounds, my knees probably feel a lot better. But there's nothing noticeable to me as far as the weight because it's more or less the inflammation and the arthritis that is now eliminated that I'm excited about more than anything. And so I haven't had to take pain medicine. I was taking like very strong pain medicine before the surgery. And so 3 weeks before, I had to stop all my inflammation medicines, all the painkillers that I usually would take. And so as I recognized that my diet was changing because I was on a 1,000-calorie diet before the surgery and I couldn't have certain things that cause inflammation, I was able to make it through those 3 weeks. and now an additional 4 months. And I haven't had anything except for Tylenol on bad snow days. And so, like today, I haven't had any Tylenol. I'll go weeks without having Tylenol, when before Tylenol wasn't strong enough. So, this surgery is life changing for me. Um, I'm excited about the results. I am down probably 1 to 2 sizes in clothes. But one of the things that I will say, and I wanted to mainly come to give an update about, is that everybody's process is different and your journey is going to be very different than somebody else's. And so it's important not to compare yourself to other people or have false expectations. And so I came into this surgery recognizing that, guess what? I'm probably going to lose slower than everybody else because I have PCOS. And I was up for understanding that it was going to be a slower process. And so I saw some results and I was okay. But I think when you see yourself every day and it's gradual, you don't recognize how much weight you're really losing. And so I think I got a little frustrated during the process because I was basically thinking that, okay, I went through some clothes that I got rid of and I gave to other people because they were too big. And truth be told, they were almost right there too big before I started this process. But as I was going through, I thought I was going to be just like getting rid of this outfit and getting rid of all these clothes, and it was going to happen so fast. And so, on one hand, I'm buying clothes that are smaller in size, 1 to 2 sizes smaller. But then on the other hand, I still can fit my clothes that I could fit before the surgery. And so I started getting frustrated because my expectation was that, guess what? I'm just going to be like, hey, I got some clothes for you. You're going to get these clothes, take this to Goodwill. I was going to be getting rid of this stuff. And so I had to realize that certain clothes have more give in it and more material. And so, as I'm being frustrated, like, why can I still fit these things? It wasn't until I did a side by side picture to be able to see that, guess what? Although I'm still in these clothes, they fit totally different than they did before the surgery. And so you could really see the progress. And that was like the moment that my eyes opened up and I recognized that I have to enjoy this journey. This is my process. It's not going to be like everybody else's. And guess what? Because I'm losing a little bit slower, I don't have as much excess skin. And that's just my theory on it. I don't know if it's medically, supported, but I do recognize that I don't have as much skin, and hopefully that will continue throughout this process. And so I had to get excited about the milestones and the different um, things that I was able to accomplish and get rid of the expectations that I may have had in my mind of how this process was going to be and accept it for what it was and challenge myself in certain areas when I found that I wasn't losing as regular as I was before. What do I need to do? Am I drinking as much water as I was before? Am I making sure that I'm hitting my protein goals? Am I staying within those calorie goals? And so it caused me to be challenged to make sure that everything was lined up and I was following the directions and I was sticking to the plan and staying on the process. And I've been doing really good with that. And there's going to be times where you're going to have stalls throughout this process, from what I hear. And so be okay. Don't get on a scale 3 or 4 times a day. Be okay knowing that with PCOS, sometimes my weight fluctuates 3 or 4 pounds up or down, and so as we go through this process, you'll learn how it is. But I will say it is one of the best decisions that I have made. I'm excited about what's going on. It is a tool to help us. And if you're thinking about it, I would say go to your doctor to see if you're a candidate for it. Do you qualify for this surgery? Because it will change your life. The mere fact that I'm off medicines, the mere fact that I'm not taking pain killers, the mere fact that I'm able to just get my life back and go out and go to the stores and go to the mall and come downstairs and cook breakfast for my husband and cook dinner without being in total pain, and just being able to enjoy some of the ministry opportunities that I have, and you guys being able to see me a lot more because I feel better has been a truly a blessing. And so I'm not going to stay on here long. I plan to try to give you guys more updates. I'm getting ready to schedule an appointment with my new doctor to find out what is the plan for my knees for the surgery for the double knee replacement. And so I plan on giving you guys a look into that and see how that process goes. But hopefully, I encourage you to do something different, even if it's not the surgery. What can you do? What can you change to make things better for whatever reason you were interested to even hear about weight loss surgery? So it is a process. It's going to happen. Enjoy the journey. Get rid of the false expectations, and look at how this tool will allow you to get your life back. Hopefully, I inspired you to be you. If you've come to my channel and you're not um, one that has subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can be a part of following my process and my journey. I don't just deal with weight loss surgery or weight loss journey on this channel. I also am a pastor, so I do a lot of coaching and mentoring in different areas, from family to children to business to finances to ministry and all types of things. So I would love for you to come here. And if you're just here for the weight loss, find the ones that have the weight loss tag and come on in and hear about my process. And if you're here for what I have to offer, you can always follow me. You can hit the like button for this video and then also the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I'm here to let you in, give you a peek on my journey and my process. Thank you so much for viewing. I'm glad that you're here. Just want to give you an update. It's been amazing. The results are happening, and I'm so glad I made this decision to have the sleeve surgery. Don't forget, it's your girl, Dr. Trina. We want you to be you, and follow me on YouTube. I'm on Facebook also as Trina Davis. If you have any questions, you can inbox me, and I am an open book. I would love to help you with your process or your journey. Have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.